Welcome to episode 2 of Griz Nation. I'm your host, Grant, and man, we have a stacked episode for you. We got the Lady Grizzlies state qualifying wrestlers joining us, as me and Gavin Smith will sit down for that. And then joining us later in the show, we got the NCHS boys qualifying wrestlers for states, as me and Brady and Mal sit down and talk to them. Roll call's coming up as well. All coming up on Griz Nation. Grant Kuiper, Gavin Smith, and we're now joined by Journey Meadows. So Journey, you're a junior this year. You placed 6th at the regionals. You qualified for states. What's been a key part to your success this year compared to last year?
Definitely my confidence has grown a lot and my aggressiveness. Last year I did only win 1, but this year I have 13 wins. So I'm definitely getting up there in the ranks now. But I definitely say my confidence has grown like majorly, because I'm not like too scared to go on the mat now. I'm not nervous anymore. Of course, like there's some girls I'm nervous about wrestling, but like not like really getting on the mat and just wrestling. So.
And you can see the amount of improvement you've made from last year. Like you said, only winning 1 match to how winning 13 qualifying for the state tournament. That's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm. Now, what was your favorite moment on the mat this year?
Probably wrestling with Rosa and like getting my first win this year, definitely too.
Well, Journey, thanks for stopping by. And when we come back, we'll be joined by the NCHS boys wrestling team. Grant Kuiper, Brady Miles with you, and we are now joined by the NCHS boys wrestling team, Jaden Johnson, Avery Brewster, as well as assistant coach Renea Rader. So, coach, just kind of tell us how these athletes had to qualify for the state wrestling tournament.
Okay, Grant. So the boys qualify in the same way that the girls qualified this year. There are 4 regions for boys, however. 2 regions for girls, 4 regions for boys. We are Region 3 and Division 2.
Okay.
So the top 4 wrestlers in each region go to the state tournament. Again, that means our boys are top 16 in Division 2 in their weight class in the state.
So very, very big deal.
Yes, huge deal.
So Jaden Johnson, you know, we hear you're the king of comebacks. You know, 2 people you had to wrestle to get to states. They previously beat you in the season. You beat them to go to states. Just kind of tell us about how you prepared for them.
Well, I've been practicing hard at practice and, you know, going hard.
Jaden's really great at making adjustments on the mat. You know, he has overcome some things this season, and he's gotten his head right. So when Jaden knows he can win, he can absolutely win. Right, Jaden?
Jane, what's what's the greatest thing about wrestling?
Oh, definitely the slams.
How many do you think you've done this year?
At least 12.
Do you think the opponents like those slams?
Probably not.
So Avery, just kind of tell us a little bit about your season.
I've won most of them. I've lost a few that I probably shouldn't have, but
What was your record?
30-8.
30-8.
So pretty good. So just kind of tell us how you prepared for this. You know, what are you going to do to prepare for the state tournament?
Work hard. Honestly, think I worked the hardest in the state. That's about it. Just work harder than everyone else.
Yeah, Avery's been a great leader. You know, he leads us in warm-ups at practice. He leads us in warm-ups at tournaments and matches. And his work ethic, there's kind of no comparison in his weight class from what I've seen.
So, Avery, what's the benefits of joining wrestling?
Probably the friends and everyone around you. They push you.
So Ms. Rader, you know, we also got Bentley Hines. He can't be here today to join us, but tell us a little bit about him as well.
Bentley Hines is our 120-pound wrestler. He's a freshman. I want to point out that he's the only freshman that qualified for the state tournament this season.
Huge deal.
It's a big deal. You know, he's got 3 more years ahead of him after this. So the fact that, you know, his very first year in high school he's qualified sets a good goal for the next 3 years for Bentley.
Is his weight class competitive?
Very competitive. you know, Bentley's a hard worker and he's afraid of nothing. So, you know, Bentley goes in there with no fear every time, and that's a huge benefit.
And that's what you need, I feel like.
That's what you need.
Well, guys, thanks for stopping by, and we wish you all the best of luck at States.
Thank you.
Grant Kuiper, Gavin Smith with you. We're joined by the assistant coach for the NCHS wrestling team, Renea Rader. Also joining us is Rosa Huckins and Jaylee Alderman. So, Coach, just kind of explain to us what these players had to do to qualify for the state tournament.
Okay, so the females on our team specifically had to attend a regional tournament. For girls wrestling, there are 2 regions in the state of West Virginia. There's the North Region and the South Region.
Okay.
Nicholas County is one of the 50 schools in the South Region.
Okay.
33 teams showed up with female wrestlers to
Okay.
our regional competition. They had to place in the top 8 to qualify for the state tournament.
Okay.
So 16 wrestlers from each of the 12 weight classes goes to the state tournament.
So a very big deal for them to get to qualify for
Very
state.
big deal. It means they're the top 16 wrestlers in their weight class in the state of West Virginia already.
So
Just going to the state tournament.
That's a very big accomplishment.
Big accomplishment.
So Rosa, what have you been doing to prepare for the state tournament?
I've been showing up to practice, working hard at practice, and watching what I mean, making sure I'll base, or not base, but make weight at the state tournament.
Now, what are your 2 favorite things about just wrestling? Like, what keeps you going every day for practice?
Like the 2 favorite, what do you mean?
Like you two, what are your favorite things about wrestling?
Probably practicing with the team. The team is really fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And going to other places and schools and getting to wrestle is just a blast.
So Jaylee, you have a winning record this season. So how do you feel going into the state tournament?
I'm pretty excited about going into the state tournament. I went last year, but last year we didn't have to do regionals, so it was just kind of girls get to go. But this year you had to qualify, and I was super surprised that I qualified for it. But I'm kind of nervous for it, but mostly excited about making it.
Same thing, same question with her. What keeps you motivated?
Probably my coaches. They're all over me about staying right in the head. But another one is probably the people on the team. They're like your family almost.
Well, thank you guys for stopping by, and we wish you the best of luck at States.
Thank you, Grant.
Welcome to Roll Call with Grant and Brody. Brody, tell us what we have on the roll call today.
We have boys and girls wrestling state tournament that starts March 5th through the 7th. Then we have the boys going down to Shady Springs. That starts at 7. And what else do we got, Grant?
Well, we also got the end of the 9 weeks coming up on March 11th, and then also very important, you got the time change coming up this Sunday, so make sure you're not an hour late to school, because you're going to lose an hour of sleep. So those are the 2 other announcements we have.
And then I've been asked to call some shout-outs. First, for the boys who made the signs for us last time, and then Josh Bailey from California. Okay.
Shout out to Coach LaRose as well. And this has been Griz Nation. We'll see you next time.